The original Super Mario Maker for Wii U was truly the first title on the platform to make the gamepad find a novelty. Then we got the game ported to the 3DS, and it gave fans a nice taste of what portable creation was like, albeit missing the most important feature of being able to upload your levels online. Now we're on the Nintendo Switch, and we have to ask, does this version offer the best of both worlds? Super Mario Maker 2 adds a lot of new features and even builds upon others. In the original title, the game launched with pre-made levels to get you started and help with the creation process, but now the game has a story mode based around that. The Undo Dog erased Peach's castle by accident, and now Mario needs to collect coins by beating levels built into the game to earn money for materials. This is an excellent tutorial for the main draw of the game, as not only does it help players learn about what they can accomplish, but also helps players who aren't the creative type have some content to enjoy aside from course created by other players around the world, so in a sense, an offline mode. It is a glorified version of the course bot, but it gives some meaning and goals for players to achieve. This really does help players ease their way into the creation process because as of this time, you now have all the tools available to you at the start of the game, and there's so many more tools at your disposal than before. An example of this would have to be slopes. You can now create your own slopes for levels, which adds much more needed variety for level creation. You can now choose between Mario, Luigi, Blue Toad, and Toadette to play as. More themes have also been added for each style to give more visual diversity too. Some themes are even brand new to certain styles, such as the sky theme for the original Super Mario Bros, or even a desert theme for Super Mario World. On and off switches from Super Mario World have also been added to spice up the creative process and open up more possibilities for puzzle themes levels, especially in the Boo House theme. On top of all these new themes, there are night versions for each one that give a special gimmick to them, such as the Underground Night theme flipping the level upside down, or the Grassland theme having poisonous mushrooms everywhere. Accompanying these new themes are also nice new music pieces that are just downright lovely. Brand new to Super Mario Maker 2 is the Super Mario 3D World style. This gives players a brand new set of tools to play with, and Mario is at his most acrobatic as he carries over most of his moves from 3D World, and the cat suit as well. Honestly, this style makes me wish for Nintendo to create a dedicated side-scrolling Mario series based around this style, as this is the most interesting Mario has felt in a 2D space in Super Mario World. You can now use clear pipes, trampolines, platforms, and even walls that Mario can climb up as if he was in a 3D space. The only downside is that the tools here cannot carry over into the other styles, so you have to start from scratch if you suddenly decide you want to go from 3D World into Super Mario World. Of course, the newly added styles are also available here as well. This is definitely the most versatile style in the entire game. The online mode has also received a facelift, but it kinda falls flat, becoming the weakest aspect of the game. All of the bells and whistles of previous entries are here. There is your endless challenge mode where you can play level after level as long as you have the lives to keep going, and of course you can upload your own courses and download others. Whereas the online falls flat is in the brand new multiplayer functionality. You can play with other players cooperatively or competitively to get to first place. Up until this point, all of the multiplayer experience in New Super Mario Bros. Has been completely offline. However, the novelty quickly wears out its welcome due to the poor performance during the review process. There are many instances of input latency and freezing, which disrupts the flow of many levels, especially in the very difficult ones. The input delay also causes the controls to feel very sluggish, which is really not good for a 2D platformer. On top of all of this, just like in New Super Mario Bros., even during cooperative gameplay you can still impede each other's progress by bumping into each other or throwing shells at one another. Now, competitively, this makes a lot of sense, but due to all of the input latency and the lag, this can cause a bit of a headache when you're just trying to play cooperatively. Last but not least, despite it being promised in a future update, you cannot make a lobby to play online with friends. So unfortunately, between now and when this update actually comes out, the online mode will feel very incomplete without the option of being able to play with friends. And hopefully, when that option does come around, the stability in playing on these levels will also be improved as well. One other issue with the title is just that docked mode is just not suited for making levels. It's much slower, and it's even clunky even with button shortcuts, and can kill motivation to make larger levels. On Wii U, the transition between touch controls and then playing the game on your TV was seamless, and really brought to life what the Wii U was trying to achieve. With Switch, you have to get up and dock your Switch to play your levels in the TV. Thankfully, the Switch screen provides an image sharper than the Wii U gamepad, so if you want a clear image of your levels with a more seamless transition, playing the game exclusively undocked will not impede your enjoyment. However, it does say a lot when the game causes the feature of the system itself to become useless, whereas in the previous system it is what made the feature make the most sense. Super Mario Maker 2 is also missing the mysterious mushroom costumes, which added 160 costumes to the game with jingles for almost every character. For example, with Samus, you got the power-up jingle from Metroid whenever you completed a level. This loss of added flavor really does hurt the game's overall variety, and the themed levels will be missed. Overall, Super Mario Maker 2 adds so much more to the experience for both types of players that plays this entry. Not creative? Well, that's okay, you have a story mode to play through that adds much more bang for your buck. Are you the creative type? You have a bunch of new tools to play with for a more versatile experience. It's just a shame that the multiplayer feature of this game is a bit shoddy, and the docked mode is almost useless. And the lack of the mystery mushroom takes away some of the visual identity that made the original title stand out. However, those who enjoy the core loop of the original Mario Maker will not be disappointed at all, and will have the tools at their disposal for endless fun. And that does it for our review of Super Mario Maker 2. I'd like to thank all my friends at Nintendo for providing a review copy of this game to make today's review possible. If you have any questions or comments about the review or the game, by all means leave them down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you on this. Also, if you're new to my channel, find me out for the first time through this review, hey, be sure to subscribe for future reviews, commentaries, let's plays, and more. And finally, I'd like to thank all my patrons on Patreon and YouTube members for making today's review possible. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching.